Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I wanted to do something very easy, something very fun to make for my very first video. And although you probably already heard this question be asked, or already have this question be answered, whether from you or from somebody else somewhere else, I wanted to say what I thought on the matter. The question I'm really asking is, where was Dino during the time of the last night and Age of Extinction, or rather, why wasn't he with the Autobots? Dino or Mirage from Dark of the Moon is actually alive. Sideswipe has been confirmed to die, but Dino is alive. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video, and that's the question I'm asking. After the Battle of Chicago, the CIS Task Force Cemetery Wind began hunting down Autobots and the remaining Decepticons. At that point, Optimus sent a message out to all of the Autobots to tell them to flee for their lives, and that's what they all did. Some of them, including Sideswipe, Leadfoot, Ratchet, were all hunted down and killed. Now, Dino, we do believe, is alive. Optimus actually questions where Dino is, and Hound replies that it is unknown if whether, who, or if Dino actually escaped Cemetery Wind, but in all their files they do not confirm him as deceased, meaning whether he's alive or not, they didn't kill him, which allows us to assume that he is alive, and that's the way I like to see it, that Dino did survive. A little bit of backstory on Dino's character, or Mirage, is that he showed up in Dark of the Moon and he was a new recruit that the Autobots had just got on board. Or rather, somebody who just came to Earth, and he was really rather a new recruit to the team of Autobots and humans working together. Whether he was a rookie in terms of fighting altogether, we don't really know. We can assume that he's a bit more seasoned than most, though. The point I'm trying to make here is he showed up in Dark of the Moon and he wasn't in any of the shows or movies before it or any of them after it. He was only in this one movie, and actually in a planned, or rather we can assume that it was an early draft of the movie, they had Soundwave straight up decapitate Dino or Mirage and kill him. Knowing that Dino was alive but was planned to die put some things in perspective, meaning when thinking about Age of Extinction in the last night, they weren't really thinking about Dino too much, most likely, because they even were considering killing him in the earlier Dark of the Moon movie, meaning that they didn't really have many plans for him anyway, meaning whether they decided to keep him alive or not before even starting to plan these two movies, they never really had a role for him to play in them anyway, so they didn't really put him in the movie. These movies, we do know that were actually added on later and weren't part of Michael Bay's vision of the original three movies that we had. I believe he originally wanted to end it at the original three. So that just means that they didn't really have anything to do with Dino, and so they allowed him to live, but just didn't put him in the movies. Now, what he's doing story-wise in the actual lore, I'm assuming he never actually got the message that the Autobots were coming back together, and I believe that he is somewhere out there, really just hanging out. Dino doesn't seem like the guy who would run from a fight or just quit fighting, though anything can really happen. I believe that Dino was really just uninformed. He was really in probably low hiding, probably wasn't making any interaction with humans, probably wasn't looking at TV screens and whatnot, so he probably would never even get some sort of news that the Autobots are back and putting back together a team of sorts. And we've seen other Autobots hiding within the last night, so it's not completely wrong to say that he would be too. We've seen that Leadfoot top spin guy in last night, and he was just hiding out amongst the humans. We saw Hot Rod, which was hiding out amongst the humans from possibly since the time of World War II. So it's not to say, and other Autobots too, and other Transformers. So it really is safe to say that Dino, whether he is amongst the humans but staying in robot car mode, alt mode, or he's somewhere else on his own, doing his own thing, just living his life, probably secluded from any way to learn that the Autobots are coming back together. That's the way I see it. I see that he just never got news. That's the way I like to believe that this happened, why he never showed up. Not that he's dead, that he just never really figured out. And of course, behind the scenes, it's probably because they just really didn't have anything. They didn't want him in the movie. They didn't have anything for him to do, so they pulled him off as dead. I hope that really scratched your itch if you had one on why Dino wasn't in AOE or The Last Night. make sure you comment down below any other discussions you want me to talk about. I'm just starting out on YouTube with talking about Transformers content, and I would love to know what people want me to talk about discussion-wise. If you like the video, make sure you like the video, and if you want to see more of this type of content, don't forget to comment what you want to see and subscribe so you don't miss anything. Share this video with anybody else you thought they might enjoy it for any reason, and I hope I do see you guys next time I decide to upload.